Have you ever wondered where the human story truly began? If we traced our family tree back through thousands of generations, where would the roots take us? For decades, scientists, archaeologists, and anthropologists have been piecing together a massive historical puzzle. By examining ancient fossils and analyzing modern DNA, the evidence points clearly to one vast and diverse continent, Africa. This is where our earliest ancestors first walked the earth, adapting to changing environments over millions of years. To understand where the first humans lived, we have to travel back in time roughly 6 to 7 million years. At this time in Africa, the evolutionary line that would eventually lead to modern humans split from a common ancestor shared with chimpanzees. These early ancestors, known as hominins, were not quite like us yet. They spent time both climbing in trees and walking on two legs. This ability to walk upright, called bipedalism, was a crucial turning point that helped them survive as the dense African rainforests began to shrink. As the climate shifted over millennia, parts of Africa became much drier. Thick forests gradually gave way to open grasslands and wooded savannahs, particularly in the eastern and southern regions of the continent. Places like the East African Rift Valley, stretching through modern-day Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania, became central hubs for hominin evolution. Here, early species like Australopithecus found new ways to forage for food, using their hands to gather plants and scavenge for resources across the expanding plains. Around 2 to 3 million years ago, a new genus emerged on the African landscape, the genus Homo, to which we belong. Homo habilis, often called the handyman, is one of the earliest members. They lived in wooded environments and took a massive technological leap forward by creating the first specialized stone tools. These simple tools allowed them to cut meat, crack open bones, and access entirely new food sources, which provided the vital nutrients needed to support larger brains. As time moved on, another significant ancestor arose around 1.9 million years ago, Homo erectus. This species looked much more like modern humans, with longer legs adapted for walking and running long distances. Homo erectus mastered the savannahs of eastern and southern Africa and became the first hominin to control fire. Fire provided warmth, protection from predators, and a way to cook food, making nutrients easier to digest. This species was also the first to expand their horizons beyond Africa, migrating into parts of Europe and Asia. While other human relatives lived and adapted across the globe, our specific species, Homo sapiens, emerged much later. Anatomically, modern humans evolved in Africa roughly 300,000 years ago. Fossil discoveries in places like Morocco, Ethiopia, and South Africa show that our early ancestors did not live in just one isolated pocket. Instead, early Homo sapiens were scattered across different regions of the African continent, living in diverse environments ranging from coastal caves to lush forests. These early Homo sapiens lived in highly adaptable hunter-gatherer societies. They developed sophisticated tools, complex languages, and deep social bonds. For tens of thousands of years, Africa remained their primary home. Then, around 60,000 to 70,000 years ago, a small group of Homo sapiens crossed out of Africa. This marked the beginning of a great global migration, as humans gradually spread into every corner of the world, carrying the legacy of their African homeland with them.